I'm Maker. I'm Angel with FleeceFun.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable little gingerbread house. It's so cute. Oh. For this project, you will need the following. For this Christmas ornament DIY, you will need 4 colors of wool blend felt, HTV in white and pink, Easy Press Mini, Easy Press Mat, Cricut, or other cutting machine to cut out the HTV, light grip mat, glue gun and glue sticks, ribbon, that's optional, and of course you'll need Fleece Fun's free PDF pattern that's available by filling out the form on fleecefun.com. Now keep in mind that felt needs to be wool blend felt because we are using HTV on it, and also honestly, wool blend felt, it cuts nicer, it looks better, and it can take the HTV no problem. All right, let's cut out those elements. Gingerbread House Ornaments DIY Free Felt Christmas Ornament Pattern Instructions. Step 1, cut out the free gingerbread house ornament template. This felt gingerbread house ornament has a lot of pieces to it. I strongly recommend that you keep all the little bits in a sandwich bag or some other small bag until you're ready to glue the ornament together so you don't lose anything. Cut out one of the house background from the color you desire. Set it aside. Cut out one of the main house. Next, cut out the roof and 2 window snow melts. Set the felt ornament pieces aside. Cut out the door and the shutters. Set aside. Cut out the 2 windows and the doorknob. Set aside. Finally, cut out the wreath and set aside. Now for those smaller bits, especially like the windows and the doorknob and all these little things right here and the snow and that sort of thing, put those in a little baggie so you don't lose track of them. From the HTV, cut out the house elements in white, the main house, door, windows, and shutters. Cut out the wreath decoration from pink or alternate color of your choosing. Weed the vinyl and set aside. Now it's time to add those HTV details to all those elements. Step 2. Add the HTV to the gingerbread house ornament. Now, lining up the HTV for the main house part can be a little tricky. My trick is line up the roof, those little bricks, and everything else will kind of fall into place. And that will serve as the outline to help us put on our elements later. Now it's time to add those wonderful HTV details to the ornament. Let's start with the main house. I find it's easiest to line up the chimney bricks, and then everything else should line up. Iron on, then peel according to the directions for your HTV. This is how it should look, with outlines of where to place the other felt elements later. Now it's time to iron on the details to the felt windows. Center the HTV. Iron on. Set those elements aside. Add details to the door and shutters. Hey, we're about halfway through the tutorial, so I just wanted to take a second and ask if you could hit that like button. I work really hard on these. I'm offering free patterns and putting all this stuff together. It takes time and effort, and that little like, that little click from you does a lot to help out my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. And while you're clicking, why not hit the subscribe button too? Iron on and set aside. Finally, iron on the ornaments to the wreath, and of course, set aside. With all the HTV ironed on, we have all the elements ready to assemble the felt gingerbread house ornament. All right, now that we have all that HTV ironed on, it's time to put it all together. Step 3, bring the felt gingerbread house ornament together. Start by centering the main house onto the outline. Glue into place. Next, using the HTV spaces as a guide, glue the door and windows to the gingerbread house. Now add the shutters to either side of the large window and glue into place. Add the snow to the roof line and glue it into place. Finally, add the snow to the top of the rounded window, the bottom of the large window, and glue the wreath to the center of the large window. If desired, make a loop with 8 inches of ribbon and glue to the back of the ornament for hanging. That's how you make a gingerbread house ornament DIY free felt Christmas ornament pattern. And that's it. You have this adorable gingerbread house. But do you know what the house needs? Gingerbread people. And yes, I do have a pattern for that as well. So you can make a whole little gingerbread family to go with your house, and they can all be happy together on the tree, or a garland, or however you want to use it. If you like this pattern tutorial, I have several more on fleecefun.com. I have more ornaments and Christmas stuff. A lot of the stuff you see behind me here, I've got a tutorial for, along with a free pattern, and most likely a video just like this one. So all kinds of good stuff there, so be sure to check that out. And let me know in the comments below, do you build gingerbread houses at Christmas time? I'll be honest with you, I'm not the best gingerbread house decorator. Like, this stuff I can handle, but the actual cookie thing, like, it's not my thing. It's not my calling in life to be a gingerbread house decorator. Let me know.